For reasons why your online business won't grow. You've probably had days when you feel like your online business isn't growing fast enough. You might be working hard and putting in the hours, but it seems like things aren't moving forward as quickly as you would like. Your sales are increasing, but your profits haven't grown at the same rate. You put a lot of energy into your marketing efforts, but the response has been less than stellar. Maybe you feel like you need to give some new strategy or technique another go because clearly something isn't working. It can be easy to get stuck in a rut and lose sight of why we started in this direction in the first place. Sometimes it feels like everything is against us and there are so many hurdles to overcome. But even though it might not seem that way sometimes, these things are all part of the process of growing an online business. Here are 4 reasons why your online business won't grow. 1. Your product isn't solving a problem. Let's start with the basics. If you're selling something that nobody wants, you're not going to get very far. It might seem obvious, but so many people try to start an online business selling things that nobody really cares about. We've all heard stories about people who make money selling things like fish bowls, ugly sweaters, and even bottled air. Usually, someone like that doesn't last long because they aren't solving a problem. So, you need to make sure that the product you're selling actually solves a problem for someone. What's the point of having a business if you're not solving a problem for someone? It might seem easier to just pick a product or service you like and sell that, but it's a lot harder to build a sustainable business that way. When you're building an online business, you want to make sure that you're solving a real problem for real customers. The more specific you can be about the problem your product solves, the easier it will be to find customers. And, when you're solving a problem, you're not just selling a product. You're offering a solution. This leads nicely into the next reason your online business won't grow. 2. You haven't researched your audience. Let's say you've picked a product that solves a real problem. Now, you just need to find customers. But how are you going to do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is research your audience. You need to know who you're selling to and what their needs are. If you don't know who your ideal customer is, you're going to have a really difficult time finding them and marketing to them effectively. How do you find your ideal customer? There are lots of ways to do this, but you can start by looking at your product and thinking about who would want to buy it. Ask yourself why someone would want your product. Who would want to buy it? Narrow it down as much as you can. If you're selling an online course about how to manage stress, for example, who would want to buy it? Someone who is stressed and needs help managing their stress would be a great candidate. What do they need? They might need solutions to specific problems, such as how to manage their time better or how to get more sleep. It's important to remember that you don't only want to find people who want to buy your product. You want to find people who want to buy your product and would be willing to pay for it. 3. You don't have enough traffic. When you set out to start an online business, one of the first things you probably think about is how to get more traffic. But, if your traffic isn't converting to sales, you're not going to get very far. And, if you're not sure where to start, it can be difficult to know what to do next. With so many options out there, it can be hard to know where to begin and how to get more traffic. What kind of traffic is best? Where do you find that kind of traffic? How do you get them to your site? You need to remember that it takes time to get traffic to your site. That doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. And, if you don't have a good product, they're not going to stick around. Before you spend time and money trying to get traffic to your site, you need to make sure that you have a good product that solves a real problem. 4. Your marketing sucks. If your product is amazing, but no one knows about it, you're not going to get very far. In fact, if your marketing efforts are terrible, you might be doing more harm than good. And, it's pretty common for new business owners to overcomplicate their marketing efforts. It can be easy to get wrapped up in finding the best way to get people to your site or finding the perfect title for your ad. But, sometimes your best efforts are still bad. And, when your marketing efforts aren't working, it can be easy to get frustrated and want to try something new. But, if you don't understand why your marketing isn't working, you're not going to be able to fix it. Conclusion. There are lots of reasons why your online business won't grow. You might be selling a product that no one wants, you might not know who your ideal customer is, your marketing might be terrible, or you might not have enough traffic. No matter what the reasons are, there are ways to fix them. Your product needs to solve a real problem. For reasons why your online business won't grow. You need to know who your customers are and what they need. You need to create a great product that solves a real problem. You also need to know how to market your product. You need to figure out where your customers are and how to get their attention so they will buy from you. These things can seem overwhelming, but with the right guidance and the right mindset, you can do it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.